Alright, Slank everyone. Let's get into the study of feminine. Now, if you're a guy and you're married and you haven't been able to figure out the world of female, then this subject might be a little bit complicated for you. So you can just stop right here and move on to the next video. But if you have some patience and you want to try to figure it out, then let's continue on. Bad joke, but anyways, all right. So we have a real feminine and fake feminine, right? What a real feminine? Your mom, your aunt, right? Woman. This by default, you know that when you're gonna be mentioning woman and your mom or aunt, they're real people. You don't even have to look for any indication that, oh, is this word a female or not. It doesn't matter whether those indications are not there. If you're talking about a female, it is a female, okay? And then you're gonna treat them by saying hadihi, okay? By saying this, a woman or whatnot, right? So that's real feminine. Now, by default, what the rule of thumb is, everything is masculine unless whatever you're gonna see in this video, right? Unless there's a reason, okay? So everything's masculine unless it's a real feminine, of course, right? Like mom, aunt, and woman. Now, what are so anything else you'll have to study, okay? So in the world of fake feminine, we have some words that end with ai or au, a ya like that, or a ta marbuta. So in the case of sayyara, remember the example that I used in the previous video, it was sayyaratun, right? Without even figuring it out, you know that the word sayyara is a feminine, okay? This is usually the case, okay? Now, we have another word. So let's say if I go for, salah, salatun. Your salah, your prayer is a feminine. Maghfirah, rahmah, rahmatun, qiyamatun, the day of qiyamah, qiyamatun. It's a big day, and you would associate something big with the masculinity. But qiyamah is basically a feminine word, right? And then you have words like bushra. So these are study of ta, and then let's look at some of the other words that look like ya would be bushra. Bushra, right? This is a feminine. Kubra. Okay, that's considered feminine. How about something that is with a? Okay, these are words like, some of the colors you can say bayda, okay, which is white. Then you have khadra. Remember the story of Khidr? They say Khidr, his name, it comes from the same root word for green, and he was considered Khidr because he put a green cloth on, right? But anyways, khudra or khadra'u, that's a feminine. Why? Because you're seeing this a'u sound, right? All right, so this a'u, that is what makes something effeminate. So this is one way, right? Then the next is so we got the ta marbuta. We know that the words that are ending with as or yas or tas, these are feminine. Then we have broken plurals, and we extensively covered the world of broken plurals. Broken plurals, right? So here's your one, as and yas and tas, ending with those. These are feminines. Broken plurals are considered feminine. Even guys like Russell, those are considered broken plurals, right? And then the third category is called the Arab said so. The Arab said so. Okay. Now, these are the words that, and in the class, I gave a long story. That's how I was taught, and I gave you the long story, but I don't have time to write all that. So what I'm going to do is instead of giving you a whole story, I'm just going to give you the words that are considered feminine because the Arab said so. Okay, and even we have cases like car. Car does not give any indication of feminism, but we know that in English the word car is considered feminine. Why? Because the Englishman said so. So we're gonna look at some of the words that are considered feminine because the Arab said so. Okay, so let's take a look at those words. Now, they are. I'll write down. Let's see. Harb. Okay. Then we have Najm. Again, you can see there's no sign of. They're not. It's not like. They're not like words like mom and auntie and grandma. They're basically, and they don't have the tas and yas and u sound at the end. So basically, but they are considered feminine because the Arab said so. Nafs, dallu, nar, sabil, rih, ard, bi'r, dar, كأس, خمر, Jahannam, and then Asa. Okay. Now, what do they mean? And I'll give you the story just for fun of it. Basically, it's for you to memorize it nice. So it says, during a harb, a soldier was daydreaming, looking at a najm in the sky until the shams came up. When he snapped out of it, he realized he is the only nafs left on the battlefield, surrounded by nar. So he used a dalu full of water to make a sabil all the way to safer ard. In the hot blowing rih, he was desperately looking for a bi'r to draw water from. In his search, he finds an empty dar, inside which he finds a kas full of khamr. He's tempted, despite his fear of Jahannam, to take a sip, but wards off his temptation and uses his asa to strike the drink. Now, or you can just look at these words and memorize them. Harb is war. Najm is star. Shams is sun. Nafs is basically a you can say being, individual, right? Dalu is bucket. Nar is or being, or let's say self. Nar is fire. Sabil is way, a path. Rih is wind. Ard is land or earth. Bir is well. Dar, you can say home, darul akhir, home. Kas is a cup. Khamr is wine. Jahannam or alcohol, right? Jahannam is hell. So it's not hellfire, it's hell. Naru Jahannam is the fire of hell, right? That's a mudaf ilayh. Go to our idafa lesson. for that. Naru Jahannam, which is fire of hell. Asa is, call it the staff or the stick. So these are the, the words that are considered feminine because the Arab said so. Simple as that. So we have basically covered the world of feminine. And remember, in English we have we have to use feminine. Like in English we say he, she, or it. There is no word it in Arabic. Basically, you have to use huwa or hiya or dhalika or tilka. For even the words that you would consider using it in English, you have to use. So it's a key to know if a word is a masculine and feminine, especially things. In English, you can just say it is a dog, it is a table, it is a car, it is a brush or monitor. It can replace, so you don't have to worry about masculine or feminine of the word. But in Arabic, it's important because you can't just use a default word it and it will solve all your problems. So again, everything by default is masculine unless unless Arab said so, or they're broken plurals, or they're moms and aunties and grandmas, or they have the tas and ya, the ta, ya, and alif, right? So and there's some masculine names that are gonna have ta marbuta at the end as well. Of course, those are not considered feminine because they're not. So that's the study of feminine, and it is important because there's no replacement of it. So you're stuck with using either huwa or hiya or dhalika or tilka, right? And and which one to use, you'll have to figure out whether the word is masculine or feminine, and that covers the study of gender in our course. And next we will be taking a look at our lesson of type, right? So we said that status, rafa nasab jar, done. Number, the count, singular, dual, plural, done. Gender, everything is masculine unless there's unless all these rules that you learn in this course, in this video, which will tell us whether something is feminine or not. Done. Next is type. But before I get into that, I'll be covering a couple other lessons, and then we'll get into type. Thank you for watching.